see the pair that got hauled into time?
Clive. The whole realm's in, as the old saying goes. Take care.
What do I owe the honor? Fran about us, guys. Unless that is... See that sword of yours stays oiled.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. It's not true. We've lost so much. Here's everything we've received and everything promised. You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
What are you making them skies then?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment that...
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of...
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. It could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts. It could be that they don't.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. and those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
Will we ever see the sun again? Is a storm coming soon?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell it, had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. Oh. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
shadows in the villages.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashik out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Do you have any fresh water?
Now I just need to see about getting the word out.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Only trouble is the serving...
What exactly?
I've come back... Gotan.
So I've heard.
Oh. A gentleman who might... Would you pass the good news to a few...
Sounds simple.
So you'll do it. You won't need to go. Is Aldrich to free of the Stop by again.
I'll be right back.
Who needs a porter when there's nowhere to go?
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter.
That's me right enough.
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? If he's just got hold of it now.
From the Empire to Boklad.
Such is the porter's lot. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to camp. The farther you're willing to go, the fat... I'd say I've done enough for today to earn my...
Please, a piece of fruit.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine.
You know,
wine and ham to spare.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass. We get meat from Sanbrec, herbs from... Or rather we did, till not so long ago. Still, there's no point dwelling on it.
You'll buy something, won't you? Please.
You've raised the price.
I'm looking for Bolek.
Well, you found him.
The innkeeper sent me.
I've never said no.
He must be a busy man.
No one's making for the ref. Meaning, what gets to me are the gangs that some days you can't help but what. You know what?
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
What more do you want from me? I haven't sold anything in days.
These pears are...
you have any fresh water?
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while, and the way I see it...
How so?
Well, and then there's Milan. Those three are the backbone of... and without the market.
And more besides.
Everyone needs a right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me... If I'd have known...
A goat hat. A bottle between the...
Here they are, the three pillars of... The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
What's happened? Can't...
Sid! Your new companion appears... Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill. Clive has told...
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Fucking...
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back?
That's enough. Any more of this and I'll throw you. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady...
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 score swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the cities. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. And while I applaud your endeavors to which means that now, more than ever, if our humble town is to endure not only this...
All right. If it will help to... But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Now, my scouts should be...
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat graced with time.
Time no longer appears to be...
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found all of...
You're not serious.
They don't just want food,
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south...
Very well.
The rest, my friend, the mistakes I can see...
That is a lot of faith.
Then it will be for us to...
I thought you might.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do...
No women folk have come so broken.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us. This one. Sick 'em. Get him. Over here. This one. Over here!
This one. Go! Get him. This one. Go! Give me thunder! Over here! Too slow. Too slow. Attack! Go! Nice try. Too slow. Nice try. Get him.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us?
The plan granted it.
Come, we are...
I'll take...
So, where did you learn to swing a sword like that?
In a desert full of ne'er-do-wells, a woman has to learn to look after herself.
The bandits, mate.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first. This one. Stay down. Over here. Get him.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here?
So Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you...
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, and they've got wounded with them!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight...
I will. You two be safe.
My brothers.
Mad dogs. Alive.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask. Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rossfield.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many.
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Over here!
This one. This one. Too slow. Over here. Over here. Get him! Nice ball! Over here! Get him! This one. Get him.
Is anyone...
I don't think so.
And yet again...
You've...
I see you're all in...
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down East Pool.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for East Pool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Mad dogs. Below.
Just patch me up.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Over here! Get him! Over here! Get him! Go for him! Over here! Get him! Get him! Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we?
Over here! Get him! Over here! Get him! This one. Slow. Over here! Don't stop!
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, the inn here of...
What do you say, Ma?
Well...
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your... I am...
Murdoch.
Oh. Well, go on, then. Yes. So, if it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education.
My Aunt Hannah once told me, you have accomplished much since taking on the mantle, and I would sooner serve under an honorable not that Sir Wade and the... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can...
But a squire...
Would that really be... You were a squire once?
I would not have it any other way.
First we find Isabel.
Bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
Ghosts? I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of all.
Can't do it.
My lord, milady,
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashyyyk, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
A Kashyyyk, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall.
Because they are my charges, and that, in case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here is the way...
What we have left is our lives!
Not if we don't have to.
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with them.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider mine. The way the survivors speak of...
Don't leave me, Paul.
My family. That's...
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family and more. And a pack of them glowing.
Leave that to us.
It's all right. Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
We need to find out...
It was all they could do to escape.
Clive, look!
I see them. With me! This one!
Should I prime?
Save your strength. Bravo! This one. Vocal. Get him! This one! Get him! Vocal!
Get him! Let's go! Too slow. Give me thunder! Over here! This one. Nice try. Too slow. Nice try. Over here! Go, Torvald! Over here! Go, Torvald! All yours, Torvald! Do you think there are more?
There are always... You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Philippe here has convinced...
Hearing that the day... it's not the most selfless of motive. Now me, and the people I love. Now...
Lest you... But it has solved one.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
So many were injured. We're still alive, aren't we?
Yeah, but only because of the Dane.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had ours from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for Mother Crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, now's the time.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be thunder?
Sid,
I can certainly try.
it's not. I borrowed them my first, which almost.
Perhaps a visit from...
I don't like. They were in the 8th.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Blasted book. Here, you.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the. You remember? So I thought.
It wasn't as...
Yeah, but this is my.
I've never been one to play fate, so...
A recipes only.
Yvonne's...
Wow. Kindly.
Fine. And if you don't...
You do.
Lawsman Hop. The young man. That's actually... Now, Dragonlip.
One would have, I believe.
So we know where to look.
Saints Bond, I gather, I may add.
Meaning?
Best of luck, Clark, and...
Is everything you seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means. Oh, I think now.
It's all right.
Focus saying she's been... But she'd never do business with Bat. I wanted to ask her about... She'd...
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, you let...
Of course. Lady Karen.
Not me.
You're...
What
exactly. Not once.
Just...
Oh.
All I know...
And what? You believe it? Look, but that woman...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to...
No. It was, no.
Of course.
What?
That the rumours, along with some other... While it sat...
Oh, what I knew none. But...
No. But people do things...
Well, I'm that trader, so that's where I'm...
Are you sure that...
Oh, but...
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
Sid!
Hard at your studies, It's not a set of...
No.
Well, no.
And just how long has...
We're so...
But we didn't break them.
Just like Miss Middledore.
Miss Middledore?
Because that's the only...
Miss Middledore.
Well, then your work...
The taking apart was easy.
Speak for yourself.
You three need to learn to... So let's have a look at these parts with fresher. All right. Every piece has, if even one... You already know one of the... This is called the arm.
You're right.
You've ridden a chocobo.
I'll think about...
Hold things.
Good thinking. These round parts...
I do, but these aren't for... But what if...
What are the chains?
Well spotted. This time...
I have.
She puts them in all...
That's right.
I remember the arm moved.
It's not my fault.
You know what parts are put so...
Not a bad idea. So...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll...
Well, obviously you need to start with...
And the arm and then...
Very good.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right.
Her hair.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look. We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be...
Well, did you...
It was as you thought. They dismantled them.
Oh, no, Mid will have my...
Thankfully she won't. Although I was the one who ended up teaching.
I'm so sorry. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She'd have them following her.
I see. Sid.
She told me it was because her studies have been...
No, it isn't. To anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid... But that should come as no surprise.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them far more...
Seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into ties? Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Where would he be?
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Candor was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Good girl. We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Thanks, girl. You're injured. What happened here?
There's a village.
I'll go. Rest well. said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Here in time.
Get him! Yours, Torgal! Get him!
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.